Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. It is, I'll remember the date. Give me 7th. And I have the calendar open next to me, which is so sad. So sad that I still have to use my phone because my phone is on the actual date of the calendar. Awesome on that. Nice going. I've been contemplating and debating on making a podcast and a video the past few days. From the 26th of February till now. Not till now, but I'm just saying, up to this date, I've been going through so much that has mustered a lot of negativity, and I've been trying not to focus on it. And it has changed my aura, and it has changed my way of thinking, even though I'm still doing my affirmations. They're still in front of me. I am still writing them, trying to write them 3 times a day to keep me focused and grounded. I get twice yesterday. I actually got 3 for the first time. Ooh, go me. Yay, proud. Been trying to do this, I don't know, for like 3 weeks now. I get all of my morning and afternoon ones. But I think that's because I usually knock them out at the same time. Because I normally remember around 11 something. And then it's going to be afternoon. So I'll just go ahead and do the afternoon as well. So, I've been struggling mentally. It's like I've been having a battle within myself. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Like, it is like the most annoying thing for me because I'm working on so much to try to better myself and so much to get out of my negativity cage that I am in. And it's like, boom, 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 boom. Well, you thought you was gonna get up. You thought you was gonna progress and do this, but let me knock you down a couple of notches. Let me bring you down over here a couple of notches. So, hold and behold, got knocked down a couple of notches. And when I say I got knocked down a couple of notches, not right now. I mean, I got knocked down a couple of notches. Like, a couple of notches. So, hold on, people. I am trying to remind myself to multitask here, and I do have a meeting soon. So whether I like it or not, I will have to cut this short. But I got knocked down a couple of notches, yo. And it is so frustrating because I don't go out there looking for trouble or anything like that to be knocked down a couple of notches. But I still get knocked down a couple of notches. Isn't that like so unlovingly, like, I don't know how to call it, but it is just so frustrating because it's frustrating. I know I'm all over the place right now, but I'm trying not to let my emotions get the best of me. So okay. Normally every 26th of the month is when the income comes in. That's usually when the SSI payments come in and we're able to get everything that we need and pay off what we need to pay off and figure out how we're going to survive for the rest of the month. Because it comes in earlier than what it's supposed to. So, this time though, my daughter's was missing. Only my son's came, and his is nothing in reality. So I'm like, okay, well maybe, I don't know, because they had said she was okay, so her payments weren't supposed to be stopped. So I wait till the first to call, because that's technically when her money is supposed to come in, just to find out that I was sent out a letter in December stating that she was no longer qualifying under the SSI adult disability, that her payments were going to be stopped and her last payment was going to be in February. So now here we are, no money. Literally, we have no money. Lionel still needs clothes for school. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to pull so many things off that I was like, okay, now that rent is covered, I don't have to worry about that. I can actually start using, you know what I'm saying, to start getting the things that we're needing to get on our feet. But no, the universe decided that was not going to be the case. The universe decided that we were just not going to have our major income. The majority source of our income, the money that really keeps us afloat, was just no longer going to be existent anymore. So now, not only do we not have the income, I also have to, hey boo-boo, good morning, beautiful. Not only do I not have this income, I also have to, well, you guys can turn it off or change it, doesn't matter. Not only, I also have to now appeal this. I have to appeal her whole entire disability. I have to now figure out how I'm going to get money to get back and forth to the doctor's appointments, because some of these I'm going to have to try to take the wheelchair. And I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do that, because I know I can try to get him to do some of the stuff virtual for me, but I know some of it he's going to have her to do the evaluation pieces all over again. Because I have to appeal this, I have to fight this, I have to prove that she's not going to be able to function in the real world. And I have a very strong feeling that this probably occurred because she's helping me through my situation. But little do they know that she barely functions through mine. And she only was able to help me because she's my kid, which is different from her going to the real world and helping the real world. She barely survives while helping me. So how is she going to survive in the real world and she can barely survive at home, functioning with the regular things? It's the stuff for our shop, and she still hasn't been able to do it, which is why I'm still struggling to get our store off the ground, because everything's on my shoulders. I do everything myself. She has to handle the household, and I like, oh my god, it's just so much. Like, it is just so much. Then to top all of that, I'm still getting the harassing phone calls from the one person that I have said, please do not call my phone. Like, I don't even know how he got my phone number, which is the ex-husband, which just triggers me back to PTSD and back to depression and back to everything else and back to the negativity that I'm trying to get myself out of, and to this world. Like, I just don't understand how is it that I've thrown so much positivity out there and I'm getting so much negativity in return. Then, to top that off though, I jumped a little ahead. I forgot to tell y'all. When the first came, my food stamps didn't arrive, and neither did my TANF. So here we are with no money, no food stamps, and no TANF, because the money that came on the 26th, I had to use it to pay bill and buy food, since we had no food left over, because the food stamps don't last. Come to find out, my worker really didn't do her job, and that's why they were not deposited. So I had to take my pain behind self, because I don't know if I did disclose this before or not, but I had fallen. Like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I fell. And that injury from that fall is really like kicking my behind. I did a unexpected split, and my bad left side really caught it really bad. Especially my left leg. So some days walking is a little bit harder than others. And yeah, going somewhere is a little bit more difficult. It's here now, and I'm sitting here in the wheelchair, and I'm in a lot of pain. And I'm in a lot of pain. But because I have this talk show meeting, I'm supposed to be interviewed for somebody else's talk show, I have to keep my spirits up. So that's why I figured I'll do a little recording and get off some stuff off my chest so I won't get so emotional. And I can try to be my best me as best as possible, as best as everything is going to allow me to be. Let some of the stuff off my chest before I go talk to her, then I won't be so sentimental. Yeah, so I had to fight for that. We got our food stamps, they were cut back. I don't understand how I lose an income, yet my food stamps get cut back. Needless to say, we are barely making ends meet right now. We don't even know how we're gonna figure this out, and it's stressing me out the most because it's not like I can get up and say, okay, well, let me go to work now and make up the income, because I can't. And then the jobs that I do working from home, I need a really good internet for me to be able to hit them back up and say, hey, can I get my contract back? Since, I did not. I let go of my contract so that I could get my contract back whenever I was able to get back on my feet with a stable internet. I don't have a stable internet, so I can't hit them back up and say, hey, can I get my contract back now that I'm in a stable place, in a stable position? I can come back to work. I can't even do that. So what is a girl to do? Then to top all of that, we did have CPS involved because school had called CPS, right? So I get a phone call from CPS this morning to tell me, hey, Miss Hernandez, so how's the housing situation? You guys are still at the motel? Yeah. Where else did you expect us to be? It was like, man, I was hoping you would have gotten a call. I mean, I know you weren't lying. I was just hoping you would have gotten a call. I was hoping that everything you said wasn't true. And what he means by that is he was hoping that when I said that no program or no agency helps us, just basically leaves us hanging. That's what he meant. He was hoping that I was lying about the fact that no agency helps, or I get no callbacks, or I get no assistance. I just get left. You can leave the door open. I just get left, hung out to dry. Pretty much. So basically, he was like, I was really hoping that, you would have gotten a call. You guys would have been out of that situation. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we're not. We're still here. So he was like, well, since your son is going to school, and basically that's what the call was for, we're closing the case. Oh, great. You guys are leaving me in the same place y'all left me the last time, too. And that was the first thing that I said to that man when he was at my door is, I hope y'all coming to help this time, because to add on stress, I don't need, and added on stress and did nothing to help. So then he goes, well, do you need anything? Of course I do. My son and my daughter both need clothes. They need clothes bad. And now that we don't have this income, it's going to be even harder for me to get it. Well, I'm going to try to put in a request for some money. I don't know if that's going to get approved. Yeah, the last CPS worker was supposed to get him some clothes too. That was back in the summertime. We're March now? This was back in August, July, June, somewhere around there. June, I think it was. No clothes came. No, actually, it was around April. No clothes came but one outfit, I think it was. Yeah, that was it. He was supposed to go to school with just one outfit. The school was the one that actually gave us clothes, not CPS. I just don't get the point. I just really don't understand the point. Like, why bother if you weren't going to help? I just don't understand the point. Like, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. But I guess it's not meant for me to get. But I have a bigger calling, and I am trying to fulfill my calling, and I have a bigger responsibility besides just raising my beautiful children, and besides just trying to stay alive and not killing myself. And that is, I have such an amazing story, and I have survived through so much, and I know that I can help others, and I know that I can help myself at the same time. And I've realized that all my life I've always helped others. It's always been something that I've loved to do. And I've always loved to see others grow and change and prosper and do better. And that always makes me feel better as a person. And it always makes me feel like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, like, the growth. And because of that, I've decided that I want to become a health and life coach. And this is a decision that I had made. And I had made it unregrettably and unapologetically. And I told myself that no matter what, at what cost, I was going to finish. And I was going to start. First of all, I was going to start. And then I told myself I'm going to finish. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Right now, relying on other people, that's never been me. I've never had to rely on somebody else to help me. I've always been the one to do everything on my own. I've never had to rely on anybody else. And now I do. And look how well this is working out. These last 3.5 years that I have been down here have not worked out in any shape, way, or form. I can't work 2 jobs like I used to. I can't physically get out there and go bust my ass like I used to. So I have to find something else. I have to go about this differently. I don't have the legs like I used to. I don't have the luxury like I used to. Viva isn't the way that she used to be, so I can't leave her to babysit like I used to with Delano. I can't do the things that I used to do to try to get on my feet now. I have to think about this in a whole different avenue, in a whole different box. And so the virtual world is the best way for me to think about it, because I can reach anybody and do anything in the virtual world. The only part is what sucks where we are now is the Wi-Fi constantly drops. It's not something that I can legit count on. So I can't go back to my customer service jobs because it's not going to withstand the amount of download and upload that it needs for me able to work the operating systems for my customer service jobs. So I have to find something else that's going to allow me to better myself as a person, so I can be the most amazing mom to my kids, because I know I'm not being that person right now. And at the same time, find a way to financially become free from my family so that we can finally get out of here and get on our feet somehow. I mean, it's clear that we're not going to be able to rent, because thanks to the last apartment, they put that on my credit, even though we never went to court for an eviction or anything, because they were illegally evicting me. So now I have a $13,000 rent debt on my credit, and I lost an apartment that said they weren't giving it to me thanks to this, basically. So now, what options do I have? It's forever going to be hop from freaking efficiency to efficiency, extended stay to extended stay. Like, what future do we have doing that? We don't. Like, we really don't. So now, what options do I have? The only other option that I can see of us ever being able to have a home, a stable place, would be to actually buy our own. And how can I do that? How can I do that with barely any income? And I'm still trying to repair my credit, and now that's going to go down the hole, because the income that I was counting on to help me repair my credit, which I had gotten into self, now I'm going to have to release that, and that's going to jack up my credit because I don't have the money to make the payments. Everything I'm trying to do is just like, no, ma'am. Not today. You just ain't gonna make it today. So what do you do when that negativity is just like there? You know what I'm saying? What is it? What do you do? What do you do when the negativity is constantly there? A reminder, constantly telling you, hey, psh, what you doing? Psh, what you think you're doing? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do when everything that you're trying to do positive, everything you're trying to do to keep yourself in a positive situation is sitting over here dragging you down? And all this negativity keeps trying to come and to engulf you and drown you all in it, when you're just fighting so hard to get out and fighting so hard to do the things that you know you can do and do the things that you know you're meant to do. What do you do then? What do you do? What do you do when the affirmations don't seem to work anymore, or your manifesting doesn't seem to be bringing in what you thought it was going to bring? What do you do then? What about that? What do you do? Like, what do you honestly do then? What do you do then? Hey, what do you do then? Do you let go? Do you stop? No, you fight. You fight harder. You fight harder, but you fight smarter. Okay, you don't just fight, keep fighting until you wear yourself out, and then all of a sudden mentally you can't take it no more because you're already so drained. No, you stop. You take a step. You breathe. You try to recenter yourself as best as you can, and you fight smarter. You fight smarter, not harder, but smarter. Don't give up. Don't let go. Don't let anything stop you from getting where you need to be, no matter what life is throwing your way, no matter what anybody is telling you. You keep on fighting no matter what is coming your way, because let me tell you, I refuse to stay homeless. I refuse to stay in this motel, and I refuse to continue living with rats. And I'm not getting the best sleep because these rats ain't cool. But I'm going to keep on fighting. I'm going to keep on doing what I have to do. I got my goal set. I'm getting my health and life coach certification. I'm going to become certified. I'm going to become a health and life coach, which is a dual certification. It's not just one. And I'm going to stay grounded. So when life tells you, you know what, you can't do this, you're not doing this, nope, I'm sorry, I'm going to come kick you in your behind. You tell her, well, you know what, come on, let's do the darn thing. I'm ready. I'm going to throw my hands up. Let's go. You feel me? I got you. Come on. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that negativity creep back in. Don't let your mind frame go back. Don't let all that hard work that you have done to better yourself stop you from doing what you need to do. Don't. Because if I can make it, anybody else can. Anybody else can. Don't let anything that is coming your way stop you from doing what you need to do. Don't. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who pays. I gotta go, you guys. I'm late for this. I just realized it's 11. Sorry. Love y'all. Be blessed.